You see, in the part of the world where I grew up, Yoruba culture, our fathers usually teach us a lot of things in Proverbs. Not father alone, but usually father, but my mother too. They usually communicate a lot of things in Proverbs. And I remember when I was a young guy, very young child, I will hear people around me saying, "Isale oro legbe, Isale oro legbe." Now, translating that to English means source of wealth cannot be trusted, something like that, or source of wealth can be dirty, or something like that. Now, the mere fact that we have a proverb which directly speaks against wealth tells you something. But that is not the end of the whole thing. As I grow up, I discovered that people are always suspicious of anybody who seems to have too much money or more money than them. Somehow, people tend to suspect you. Somehow, in my culture, I don't know what is applicable elsewhere in the world, in my culture and in my country generally, people tend to suspect wherever you appear to have more money than them. Maybe he did ritual, maybe he's a thief, maybe he's a liar. And if God wants to punish you, like punish, become one of the richest people in your country, like a bloody billionaire, then everybody is going to hate you. In fact, in my country, as I speak, there is a political leader, one aggressive political leader, who come out to say, Dangote is a thief, Dangote is this, is lucky, and stuff like that. All the billionaires in our country, they steal money. They Give me a break. Give me a break. The shortest way to be poor is to hate the rich. If you hate the rich, you may not say it in your mouth. What you are telling yourself is, I cannot be rich because being rich is dirty. So let's start from this. Why do people hate the rich? A whole lot of people that believe that they are liars or they are thieves. They get rich by doing some things that are not righteous. But you guess what? These same people who point finger to the rich for having done some things that are not righteous are doing things that are not righteous every day. Yes. They lie in their workplace, they cheat in their workplace, they commit whatever sin in their workplace to make money. Little sin, they call it. But they have the guts to think the rich are more evil than them. Push that aside. Secondly, a whole lot of people really don't know what many of these people who are today wealthy have gone through to build their wealth. Instead, they look for way to rubbish or tarnish them. Then, in my country, for example, they can say, Dangote is lucky. For people who don't know, Dangote is the richest man in my country and in Africa. So at the time of making this video, so some people can say Dangote is lucky. You know, his uncle gave him $500,000 in 1976. That is a lot of money, and they are right. They are right, because it's like somebody giving you today like 50 million naira. That is a lot of, it's like somebody giving you $3 million. Like, it's as big as that. Now, the question I asked one of my friends the other day is, did Dangote's uncle that gave Dangote a lot of money to start business had a whole lot of children? For him to have given Dangote a lot of money, he probably have given his own children 2 times more money. That makes sense, right? So tell me any one of those children of his that is rich today. You can't point at any one of them that we know. At least you can't point at any one of them that is a billionaire. So why did Dangote end up becoming the richest man in my country? Because his uncle gave him money. Assuming his uncle gave, which of course is reasonable, gave the same money to his children. Why are his children not as rich as Dangote? Now, you start to see something there that, yes, it may be luck, but maybe it is more than luck. So, you hating that guy because you think he is lucky. The other day, I was telling my story on social media, and I told the story of how I got money from my parents when I was 15, and I used that money to buy a bicycle. And I started my first major business, bicycle renting service. My mate will rent bicycle, give me 5 naira for 5 minutes, 10 naira for 10 minutes. After I did that for like a year, I sold my bicycle, I bought a video camera, and I started another business, photography business, and I moved from there to another business, and there. And somebody commented on social media, maybe Facebook, who said, yeah, you are lucky because you have a father to give you money to buy a bicycle. Something like that. Now, guys, think about that. So many age mates of mine actually got similar money from their parents, but they used it to buy clothes, they used to buy wristwatch, or they gave it to girls. So now you call my own diligence luck, my own ability to use what I get from my parents and multiply it, you said it is luck. Why a whole lot of other people get far more money from their parents and they throw it away? So now, what's the whole point of this video? You see, I'm making this video because I want everybody who will see this video to stop hating the rich. If you hate the rich, you won't be rich. They lie, they cheat, they do whatever you think they do. They are human. Poor people cheat, poor people lie, poor people do some of the worst things in the world. So don't hate people because of their financial status. See them as human beings. Because if you do not see them as human beings, your mind is going to be interpreting wealth as being dirty. And you won't pursue wealth, knowing that you can actually become wealthy and become righteous at the same time. Yeah, these are 3 things I think will help you. Number 1 is learn from them whatever you can learn. So this is how I see it. Look at my library. Then you will see biography of John D. Rockefeller, right? Then you see biography of Steve Jobs. You see it? Then, wait for it, Nigerians, wait for it. Then you see biography of our former president, Olusegun Obasanjo. Yeah, 3 big book. Oh, I can continue. Oh, biography of this guy. Some of you who are in America already hate him, right? Then I can continue showing you biography of different people. Yeah. Including a book here in my library. I have a book here in my library. I wish I don't mention it because some people here will misinterpret it. It is a book by one of the devil in the world. Then somebody will want to ask me, why are you reading book by somebody you consider to be devil, you yourself? This is it. That guy have some fetish. That guy has done some things right before he did some things wrong. That guy has some discipline that you can learn from. One of them is, like, look at this guy. Almost every Nigerian don't like him, okay? But when I was reading his book, I discovered that he make it his discipline to wake up early in the morning because he read it somewhere. He read it from an American general that waking up early to work, like you have to finish half of your work before 11 a.m. Half of your day's work must be finished. So you wake up early in the morning to get the work done. Yeah, you don't like this guy, right? You don't like him. But now you have learned something from him. So you separate what you don't like about Dangote or whatever billionaire. Go and pick their book and read and learn how they think about money, how they discover opportunity, the problem they have, how they overcome it. Learn those things from them, okay? Yeah, some people will say, oh, this guy have scandal about whatever, sexual scandal, whatever. But he is probably one of the 10 greatest orators the world ever seen. What about learning that? What about you learning that from him and forget what you hate about him? Does it really matter? Don't you have your own faults? Don't you have your own debts? Don't you have things that are wrong with you too? Now look at this guy. You really don't want this guy to be your father. Yeah, he was a great guy and all of that. He was a billionaire. But you don't want to be his child. You don't want to like have him as a father. Okay, and probably you don't want to be his employee because he was one of the... Don't let me use any harsh word here or YouTube will ban this video. Now, this is the point I'm making. Human are usually having two sides to themselves. A side is good, another side is not good. Now, you want to learn from people. If you are looking for angels, then you will learn nothing from nobody. Like, look at this guy. He is the richest person in his day. You guess what? You just have to read about him to hate him. That he wasn't an angel. He was terrible. But what about the fact that you can learn from him that from very tender age, he had always known that he wanted to become rich and he pursued that goal. And what if that challenged you? Now, this is the point I'm making. You can't hate successful people just because you assume, most of the times it is an assumption, you assume they are liars, you assume they are thieves. Even if you have evidence of that, maybe you can learn one or two things from them. The second thing I think you should do is stop thinking people are lucky. When you think people are lucky, what you are telling yourself is you are not lucky. That is why you don't have what they have. Behind most people you think are lucky are years and years of secret suffering that the world does not know about. Like, if you are my age mate, for example, you might think I'm lucky. I was born in 1986, so a young guy. So if you are broke today and you get to discover that I have more money than my family needs, then you think, oh, this guy is lucky. But you don't know this guy actually sacrificed 8 years of his life to have what he have. So stop seeing the rich as if they are lucky. Some of them have gone through hell that the news does not talk about. The third thing is, instead of all this, admire them. I'm not saying you should admire everything about them. Admire some virtues, some things in them, like hard work, like discipline, like focus, like whatever other thing you think makes sense to you. Like, I'm tired of shouting in this video. Like, I know some people who hate this video and hate me for saying that they should not hate the rich. I'm sorry if my opinion hurts you. Like, it is just my opinion. And I want to especially thank people who share my content on social media. I got to know that a lot of people share my videos. Thank you very much. You can't understand how helpful that can be for my mission. So if you are one of those people who love to share my content, like, I appreciate you. And I want to remind you to share this too. You can just use that share button, and, you know, WhatsApp is the best place. You know, just pick it up and share it with 5 or 10 people on WhatsApp, and I will be so much happy that you do that. Thank you very much. I'm Steve Courage. I wish you best of luck.